My name is Linda. I know what it's like to live counting every penny. I grew up in a small town where poverty wasn't unusual. It was normal. My mom worked 3 jobs, but we still went to bed hungry. I remember sneaking an extra piece of bread in the school cafeteria. I remember classmates laughing at my worn out shoes that my mom had sewn up with thread. She used to say, the most important thing is a pure heart. But back then, I just wanted to be like everyone else. We had nothing. But I had dreams. I dreamed of having my own home, a family free from poverty, a life without fear of tomorrow. I believed in love. Believing was probably all I had then. I got married hoping life would be different, that we'd build a home full of warmth and care. I dreamed of a kitchen smelling of pies, of evenings with the 3 of us, me, my husband, and our child, laughing and planning trips to the sea. When I got pregnant, I cried tears of joy. I placed my hand on my belly and whispered, "You will never be as lonely as I was." But the fairy tale ended quickly. He became distant. I kept cooking, waiting, believing, but the nights grew longer and the silence louder. After our second child was born, he disappeared for good, without any explanation. He just left debts, crying children, and my broken heart. I remember sitting on the kitchen floor, unable to breathe. Quietly, so as not to wake the kids, I cried into my hands, whispering into the darkness, "God, please give me strength. I don't know how to live anymore." But I must. I felt erased from life. Friends drifted away. Family had their own problems. I sat in an old sweater, watching rain drip down the window, unable to force myself to get up. There was a time when I didn't brush my teeth for 3 days, when I opened the fridge and saw only ketchup and water. When my kids asked, "Mommy, will you eat today?" I smiled and said, "I already ate." And then came the realization no one would save me. I either stay in this swamp or claw my way out, with teeth, with hands, no matter what. I started cleaning houses, at first for people I knew, then strangers. In the mornings, I made porridge for the kids. During the day, I scrubbed floors. In the evening, I sorted clothes from the thrift store, trying to find something clean and whole. Once, in a rich apartment, the owner threw a rag at me and said, "It's still dirty here. Either do it properly or leave." I silently wiped away tears and kept cleaning, because at home, my kids were waiting, and we didn't even have bread. Another time, I wasn't paid at all. They just said they were not satisfied. I then walked home for an hour and a half to save on bus fare. Snow, wet shoes, but the worst was working like a horse and not being seen as a human. One evening, when the kids were asleep, I grabbed my old phone and searched, "How to earn money from home? How to survive with kids." I stumbled upon a video, a girl talking about how she started selling digital products. She spoke about Canva, e-guides, checklists, templates. I didn't understand much, but something inside me stirred. This is mine, I thought. I want this too. I will learn. The next few nights, I didn't sleep. I watched English videos with subtitles, translating every word. I opened Canva, launched ChatGPT, and just started. My first digital product was a simple guide called 100 Ideas for Etsy. I made it even though I didn't believe in myself, but I listed it on Gumroad, and suddenly, a notification. "You've made a sale. $3. I cried like a child, because it wasn't just money. It was proof that I could. Then came the second sale, then more. I worked nights because days were for kids, chores, and worries. I wrote guides, made lists, researched markets. I created the product 750 plus digital products, then a step-by-step plan. Every month, I saw $5, then $50, then $500. I cried and thanked God. With every sale, I felt myself coming back to life. I was no longer that tired woman who was afraid to look in the mirror. I learned to respect myself because I was creating something of my own, something useful. I was still cleaning houses, but now it wasn't my only job. I planned when I could quit and fully switch to digital products. It was a small dream, but now it was real. When my guide, 750 plus digital products you can sell, became popular, I realized I'm not alone. Countless women like me sat in the dark without hope. They wrote me letters, asked for advice, begged for help. So I created a step-by-step course to teach anyone who wants to change their life how to start from zero. For free, just for those who want. Because I know this support saves lives. If you're watching this video and feeling scared, that's normal. Fear of failure, fear of the first step. But without moving, there's no result. Digital products aren't a magic pill, but they're an opportunity to earn while your kids sleep. When there's no money for gas or food, when everything seems lost. Today, I earn steadily. I see my kids growing up warm, with food on the table and hope for the future. I'm not perfect, but I am free. I can walk with my kids in the park without counting every cent. I can dream about travels, education, about a growing business. If my story can inspire just one woman struggling with hardship, I've done my part. Because every one of us deserves a chance. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today with what you have. Learn, fall, get up. Because your strength is in your will to keep going. I'm Linda. I was where you are. And I'm here to say, you can. You will. You deserve a better life. Start now. Give yourself a chance. You are not alone.